let's face it, coffee's good, but you can't really go wrong with chocolate milk either. Hello, and welcome back to Norway. Came home earlier this week, and yeah, not doing much, just trying to figure out my plans for the future, which I will talk about real soon. But I went skiing a couple of days ago. I was making a video from that day talking about my future actually, and I was going for like a 40-50k cross-country ride, but something happened that kind of changed my focus, and I'll have to start from the beginning to tell you what happened, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. Like I said, going for a long ski ride, so I packed my bag the morning with a jacket and extra change of clothes, food, water, extra pair of gloves, and yeah, started double poling, you know, felt really good, great weather, everything was in order for me to have a long day out. And so I came to the first aid station, or you know, serving cabin here in Nordmarka called Skikkut, which is 15-16 k's in, and had a snack there, some food, and I was gonna continue, or I did continue further north. Was thinking turning around 30 k's. I was supposed to turn around and then go back home again. So around 20 k's in, I came down this hill, and suddenly in this flat section, this guy was just laying in the tracks, and I had no idea what he was doing there, and he looked kind of funny, and so I asked him how he was doing, and then he responded, but I didn't catch it because I had such much speed, so I just kind of flew past him. So I had to stop, and then I went back to him and asked him how he was doing, and he said, "No, I'm tired and thirsty." And then it occurred to me really quickly that this wasn't a normal guy or a normal skier in Nordmarka. He obviously, well, he had autism, and he wasn't really dressed for skiing in Nordmarka. At least in that area, he wasn't dressed properly. So like I said, asked him how he was doing. He said he was tired and thirsty, and I said, "Okay, well, why are you here?" And he said, "No, I'm walking from Mylla to Songstorm," and that's a pretty long distance to ski. It's like 40-50 k's. It's like all the way north to all the way south. It's maybe the longest ski ride you can have in Nordmarka. So I was a bit surprised why he would do that, and I said, "Who you here with?" And he said, "No, I'm alone, and I'm tired and thirsty." I was like, "Okay, well, do you have a number I can call?" And he said, "Yeah, you can call my mom." So I got his mom's phone number and called her. She said, like, yeah, he ran away from his caretaker while skiing up at the Mylla, and he decided to go to Songstorm, but the phone on his battery died. So can you call the police for me? So I called the police and said that we got a guy who's laying on the tracks, who's tired and thirsty. And when I played back those words in my head, it just, okay, this is kind of silly. Weird calling the police, talking about a kid who's laying in the tracks being tired and thirsty. So, and I didn't really know at that time what his condition was, so I couldn't really say if he I couldn't use a medical term if it wasn't correct, if you know what I'm saying. So that was a bit of an issue, but I ended up hanging up with the police, and I decided to take him to Songstorm. So that's what I did, and we went down to Skikkut, the serving cabin. I got him a Coke and a waffle, and we started going towards Songstorm. And that's when it also occurred to me that how bad he was on his skis. Like, this guy should never be alone skiing at all, because he can't ski downhill, and he had to take off his skis uphill. So I was a bit worried, because this would take a long time. So once we started descending from the serving cabin down to the open water, I gave him my pole and I started like skating across the lake with him holding onto my pole so it would go a little bit faster because it was just pure ice on the lake and no tracks, so he barely moved. Once he got over the lake, he took off his skis, like I said, because he couldn't ski uphill. Started taking off his skis and walk uphill. And if you've been skiing in Nordmarka or running or biking, you know that there are really no flat sections in Nordmarka. It's uphill, and then it's downhill, then it's uphill, and then it's downhill. It's pretty much all the way. You have some flat sections on the top before it goes down and up again, but so you can imagine this was pretty much all the way, you know, taking off his skis on the way up, putting them on the flat, and then 30 meters, taking them off and start walking down. I was like, okay, this is not working. So I ended up telling him that, okay, give me your pole and you just point your skis straight ahead going down and I'll just brake behind you. And that's what we did. That's how the day turned out, that I had to make sure he made it to Songstorm safe. And that's when he also told me along the way that he had autism, so that made a lot more sense. And after, I don't know, 4 hours, I think, we came to Songstorm after 15 k's from Kikkut and a pretty long day out.
Det siste innspurt til Songstorm.
So yeah, I was in touch with his mom all the way and met her at the parking lot at Songstorm. And she told me that he had run away from his caretaker and decided to walk to Songstorm. So yeah, crazy how he managed to run away from his caretaker, considering what he was wearing, you know, with the big yellow puffer jacket and couldn't really ski. So something went wrong here, I would say, but not really up to me to say what went wrong, but I hope his mom gives them a phone call and say what's up, because, you know, it shouldn't happen. Because he was living at the institution not far from Mylla. So yeah, crazy day, but it turned out good in the end. I guess you can call this a humble brag or whatever. It's not have any moral of the story, but you know, it's I couldn't just leave him alone there, so it's nice to do a good deed, I guess, once in a while, getting some karma points or something like that. I guess I lost some karma points along the way, so I guess it's even now, maybe. It's nice to be home anyways, and today I'm going out with my dad and my nephew skiing a little in this area, so looking forward to that. And I'll maybe film something from this day as well, so we just have to wait and see. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Yeah, I went skiing a few days back. So I went skiing a couple of days ago, and I was gonna... So I went skiing a couple of days ago,